What time is it? Showtime. What time is it? Showtime. All the dogs in the house. Woo, 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 woo. All the dogs in the house. Woo, 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 woo. What time is it? Showtime. What's good, people? This is another episode of Inside the Classroom with your boy, Coach Ace, coming at you again. What's good? It's a Psycho Schematics production. And today, we're going to talk about running plays. We're going to talk about off-tackle pull plays. Now, I absolutely love off-tackle pull plays. Why? Because those are the running plays that typically get big gains. Now, I'll explain why they typically get big gains. But this play will be run with man scheme run blocking. And then the offensive linemen or the tight ends, if I put them in this play, will pull from the opposite side of the play's direction and then block downfield in the play's actual direction. Now, I'll show you what I mean. I'll show it in the play art, and you'll get a visual for what I'm trying to teach. Let's get it. Now, as usual, I like to start off by drawing the offensive line, and then I'll decide what formation I want to use with this. Now, for this formation, I got a good one. Strong I, 3 wide receivers. Yeah. So, strong I, 3 wide receivers. The quarterback will be under center. You have a fullback in the backfield. You'll have a running back in the backfield. And like I said before, 3 wide receivers. So, starting wide receiver on the left side. Slot wide receiver, starting wide receiver on the right side. Now, like I said before, this is man scheme blocking, pull block. So, within this play art, the man scheme blockers will essentially block whoever's in front of them in their gap responsibilities or in the next gap. And then the pull blockers will pull from the opposite direction that the play is going and then block downfield. Now I'm about to draw it out. So, with this play, I'll have 2 pullers. It'll be the left side tackle and the left side guard, which means that there will be 3 players playing man scheme run blocking. So, like I said before, man scheme, it's all about just blocking who's in front of you. Man to man. And now, the 2 guards. It's the tackle and the guard on the opposite direction of the play. We'll pull so, as I just showed, the play is essentially going toward the right. So, the left side tackle and guard, the play isn't going in their direction. So, you pull them. And what that'll do is that'll give extra blockers on the side that the play is actually going towards. And essentially, what that'll do is it'll catch the defense off guard slightly because the defensive coordinator may not be considering that you're going to use pulling blockers with the offense or the offensive line of the tight ends. Sometimes they are, sometimes they may not be. But it's an effective play if you catch them at the right time and if your blockers handle their responsibilities. So now, I'll draw the quarterback handoff to the running back. And then the fullback will block in the same direction the play's going. So essentially, it's I wouldn't call it a misdirection, but it's surveying the field and making the defense think that your offensive linemen are all just blocking downhill, and then you just pull the offensive players from the opposite side that are designed to block, and you have them block in the direction that the play is actually going. And sometimes it could catch the defense off guard, and let me tell you something. The runs that typically have big gains, you'll see pullers in them. I bet money. Pay attention to the runs that have big gains. A lot of them have offensive linemen or tight ends pulling within the formation and within the play. Because what that essentially does is it gives them leverage on the edge that the play's going towards. You give them leverage, you give them a numerical player advantage on the side the player's going towards. Sometimes the defenders on that side can't get a good angle to be able to tackle the running back, and then that just leaves two less defenders that will be able to get towards that edge and that gap on the right side. And then for the wide receivers, they essentially just run block in this play. Yeah, wide receivers won't be doing much in this play. This play is all about catching the defense off guard by pulling the blockers towards the opposite direction and towards the direction that the play is actually going, and then having the fullback block and the play in the direction is going, but you give the running back space. So, basically to summarize what I just said, pull scheme, man, blocking, run. Very good play if you catch the defense off guard. If you run it too much, then of course they can stack the edge, stack the gaps that the play may run towards. But if you run it correctly, and if you run it with the right amount of times so that they can't key in on the play call, I guarantee you, this is one of the type of running plays that can create big gains on the ground. So, there you go. Man blocking, pull, block, man run. Psychoschematics production. Boom. Got more episodes for you.